I've been involved with nurse recruitment since the COVID-19 pandemic, where I hired, trained, and led a team of recruiters who placed 140 nurses across the USA, from Hawaii to Long Island, as north as Alaska, all the way down to Puerto Rico and everywhere in between. Needless to say, we're fairly well versed at nurse recruitment in North America. However, this year we're doing something quite different. We are engaged in a project to help IENs, internationally educated nurses who currently live abroad in India or the Middle East and who are interested and credentialed to come to Canada and start working here. In Canada, we are facing a nurse shortage, in particular in rural areas and long-term care centers. So this is a project aimed at easing that and providing options to Canadian employers with providing them qualified international nurses. In this video, I want to share with you 4 things that I realized after video interviewing over 100 of these IENs. Number 1, communication skills. It's the first thing you realize when you jump on a call with a candidate. In this case, I was really surprised with the broad range of English language proficiency of these candidates. Some of them did have very basic broken English, but others actually spoke flawless 10 out of 10 English, and that really surprised me, especially when I asked them how they got so good at English. I was expecting that they would say something like they had worked or lived or studied abroad, but actually the ones with the best English had never even left India. How they did it was through reading. They were avid readers. They would read fiction, they would read novels, they would read magazines, newspapers, you name it, anything they could get their hands on, and just liked the English language and reading it. And because of that, I could speak to them as casually and as naturally as I am in this video, and they would respond in a similar manner. Despite having a very slight accent, there was literally 10 out of 10 English. Number 2 was the caliber of their experience. Many of them currently live in the Middle East. Some of them have been there for 15 or even 20 years. Many of them work in very large, well-established, very advanced healthcare centers, and many of those centers are actually accredited by Canadian institutions. Number 3 is their resilience. A lot of these nurses have left India, left their families, left their homes, left their comfort zone, and have moved abroad and have lived abroad for 10, 15, even 20 years, working in a country there that has a completely different culture, different language, different way of working, different way of living. And that's not easy. I'm sure many of us, even here in North America, would struggle with doing that to further our career. But these folks definitely have a lot of grit, a lot of determination, and a lot of resilience. And I personally felt like that drive would translate very well into a high-stress work environment such as frontline nursing. This ties into the 4th and final thing that I realized, which is the motivation. As recruiters, we often ask our candidates what motivated them to leave jobs, take jobs, and apply to the job that we're talking to them about. In this case, almost unanimously across all 100 nurses that I spoke to, their motivation was their families. India generally is a very family-oriented culture, and all of these nurses were pretty much married with young children and were applying to come to Canada to give their children and families a better future. Personally, I think that is a very powerful motivator, and I would expect these nurses to be extremely motivated in their careers. Currently, we're offering these nurses for free, no cost, no strings attached, no contract or agreement required. If you're interested in looking at the resumes, drop me a message or leave a comment below. I will email you or message you a link to our online folder with over 100 nurse resumes and a spreadsheet outlining all of their details. We're fully funded by our international partners. This program is cost-free, and we're very happy to be able to provide these excellent nurses pre-vetted, ready to work in Canada, conditionally licensed, having passed their NCLEX and English language assessment to Canadian employers who are looking for strong nurse talent. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.